Okay, so today we are doing a fitting for Kelsey. My name is Kelsey too, so that's awesome. She's actually my first client that actually shares my name, so that's awesome. I'm sure we'll have a lot more in common, but anyways, going into the fitting today, she's doing a muslin fitting. So it's a mock-up dress for those who don't know. It's made out of prototype material that doesn't really matter, so we can cut it, mark it up, do whatever it is that we want in order to achieve the perfect pattern piece prior to cutting into the really expensive fabric, which she's going to choose from today. She has a really awesome idea to make a metallic silver gown, and she has options, but I'm pretty sure she's going to choose the silver, so I'm just going to say that out loud and speak it into reality. It's a little bit upscale, metallic, Marie Antoinette vibe. It's pretty awesome. This is just the prototype for the skirt, so she can even change the length of it, however long she wants the train to be. Really, it's the fitting before the fitting, you know what I mean? Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. You ever heard of that? Okay, well, heard about it here. And this is awesome. We just want to make sure that the corset is doing its thing. You know, that's really the game changer. The fit of everything. People underestimate that. All right, this is the part where it gets interesting. Okay, so here is the options. I'm going to go ahead and open these. And look how cool that is. So this is like a really light, almost like a sandy silver. And then this is the darker silver. I mean, look how cool it is. I already know she's probably going to pick this one. You know, when you just know, you know. You just know. Because when you know, you know. You know. Look at this. It's amazing, isn't it? So it's got, you know, the crystal in the middle of the black, but it also has those silver prongs. So you want to talk about detail? Like, this is what we're talking about. You know, there's honestly just so much that goes into a day like today because they're nervous. I'm honestly not nervous. And you kind of have to find the balance of making them feel comfortable in their skin, which a lot of people struggle with. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people who have creative ideas that don't necessarily match up with. And it's my job to find the sweet medium because there is one for everyone. I also see myself as a therapist most times, kind of like, you know, a hairdresser who would just kind of get into the nitty-gritty of your client's thought process and premeditate what it is that they may need before that comes to it. So for instance, for Kelsey, I think that she's really into the Victorian era hairstyles and things like that. So I'm anticipating that she may style her hair that way. Well, they did a lot of hair decorum back then. And I think that we should probably make a modern version of that for her headpiece. Okay, so welcome to the studio. Most people have never gone through the process before. Yeah. So you're going through the muslin mock-up fitting process. We're going to put you in the mock-up dress. Everything on it is editable, so if we want to like tweak it here and there, that's the whole purpose. Like we can cut it apart if we wanted to. And then we have like your fabric samples. So we'll put them up on you, figure out which color or tone that you want, and then the beading and embroidery. It's really fun. But yeah, that's where anybody who is a value adds input and they're like, I like this better, whatever you want. Alexa, volume 5. Right. All right, I'm liking where they are so far. I don't like how this we can show. So if anything, what I'll do is copy the structural pattern of that bra if we like where they sit. And when we build like the dress, they sit with this. Yeah, no, this is like very like dancing's the biggest test. I don't really care if I spill out while I'm hugging people. Yeah. That's just an extra bonus for people. So option number 1. Okay. And this is the lighter silver, so just take a mental picture of what that looks like. And now it's gone. Okay, open. Yeah. Much better, much better.
Oh yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I already know she's probably gonna pick this one. She quickly fell in love with this shiny gray fabric and chose it for her dress base. Then we began on experimenting with the fancy laces that she wanted to see which pattern would suit her taste. This is like crystal.
Ooh.
And it has these silver prongs on it, which is so cool. So you can tell how it kind of makes a different type of shine. She wanted a special pattern formation with the lace beading swooning towards along her waist. Now we are attaching this fluffy skirt, and this will serve as the floor for the Victorian style dress.
Oh, it's so fun.
Alright, so let's get the middle.
Oh, holy crap, yeah.
I know.
And it's given a little French hip.
For sure.
Perfect.
Now that we had the front more or less planned out, we went ahead and began planning the length of the train to the back. She wanted to have a massive train spanning 90 inches or more. Okay, so we just finished Kelsey's fitting. We went through the fabrics, did all that portion. Now we've got to really dissect the things that we need to do. So let's chat. We just finished with Kelsey's fitting, so let's go over some things. I'm going to put some images in here of the things that we talked about, assessed, picked, all that. So the very first thing is a fitting. I always say that people can wear a brown paper bag if they wanted to, as long as it fits right. And that's why doing the muslin is just so dang important in the beginning. So we put this dress on her. One of the key things to walk away with was the fact everything really fit her shapely wise. Like there was nothing that did not fit. It was just how we wanted it to enhance her features as well. So number one, identifying the smallest part of her waist is really important. So for her, it was right on her waist. So there's a difference between people's waistline and their natural waistline. And bringing it up just like where the skirt hooks on was so important for her. Just a half inch. Okay. Those are the small things. Looking at the back, the corset fit her perfectly. I'll insert a photo here of the up close of it. However, if we just made this wider so we could pull her in even tighter, not only would the boobs sit, the waist would be super snatched, especially with the new place that we put the skirt. Moving on to the length, she needed an inch added to the front. The hem is just one of the hardest things to mess with in regards to wedding dress fittings. And then looking at her skirt length. So now this inner dress, she's thinking of making this super long compared to what we talked about before. So we're going to do like a 30-inch train on the inner dress, and then the skirt, we're going to triple the length to 90 inches, which technically is cathedral length as is. So anyways, all that being said, it was a really good fitting. She picked out the fabrics I talked to you guys about before that really, I just knew that it was going to be it. Love that you guys stay tuned for the whole fitting. Pay attention to part 2. So for every single bride that we have a first fitting for, there's always a second. And it's really exciting because it's almost like the home makeover edition of dresses where we get to see the infrastructure and the building of it. And then we're going to move into the final. And I'm telling you right now, she's going to die. Look forward to seeing you guys next time.